You're also on the Financial Services Committee. Do you want congressional hearings on the collapse of SVB?
Yes. I think, I think the Biden administration moved expeditiously. The Treasury Secretary, the Fed, and the FDIC had the tools needed to do what was required in the short term. But I think we need to evaluate what occurred, why, and make sure that it doesn't happen again. We have to ensure that we don't have contagion and that you do not have a run on these small community banks and regional banks, because that would obviously be disastrous for the economy.
Some of your Republican colleagues are saying it's because of the diversity policies that this bank had that contributed to their collapse. Is that what you think is behind it, or do you think it's because of the other steps that they were taking, the policies they were pursuing when it came to the Treasury-backed bonds?
Well, I think clearly this bank was mismanaged, SVB. But beyond that, obviously, you had a situation with the long-term Treasury notes and the fact that, we're dealing with record inflation. Interest rates went up. The value came down on these long-term Treasuries. I do think when we're talking about ESG and some of the policy decisions that are being made in corporate America and on Wall Street, I do think that has an impact on the bottom dollar. And people need to take into account your number one fiduciary responsibility is to obviously maximize profit and ensure the sustainability and viability of your entities.
Yeah, but JP Morgan and other banks have those DEI policies. They didn't collapse.
Look, there's all different levels here that we're talking about.
You could say it's not the cause of the collapse, right?
But I didn't say it was the cause. What I'm saying to you, I talked about obviously the long-term Treasury.
Yeah.
There's all sorts of policies that are being enacted in corporate America and by the Biden administration. This is why we passed, a resolution just a few weeks ago on ESG. The number one responsibility of any bank or corporate entity is to ensure the fiduciary viability and the long-term sustainability of that company. And sometimes the policies that are being enacted are actually having a detrimental effect on that bottom dollar. So that's something to be looked at. To me, in this instance, that's not the root cause here, but it is something that we are going to look at going forward as Financial Services Committee will reconvene.
Yeah, we'll stay tuned to those hearings. Congressman, thank you for joining us here on set today.